Hey everyone, Dan here. I want to do something really cool and capture it on camera here. Now I could probably go outside with my laptop. I could probably also do it with my phone if I really, really wanted to, but it's easier just to do here in my nice dark office. So I have my cell phone out in my driveway, and it's logged into JanusXR, and obviously I'm here on my browser here. So um, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to line up that tree in the right spot. Now, this tree has a really cool story. Um, that's actually my wife's and mine first Christmas tree. So that thing was about this tall, and it fit on our kitchen counter when we got it back in 2005. And when we finally moved back to Florida, we planted it in the ground, literally put down roots, and now it is this beautiful tree to celebrate our life together. So a lot of sentimental things that I'm creating in this digital twin of my neighborhood. If you watched my video before, I was creating a plant that I was given after my mother passed away, and it's still doing well. It's right here where my mouse is. I was able to recreate that. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to better align where that tree is, and also maybe scale it a little bit better. Now I made this in Fluorescent, and it's a procedurally generated tree, and I got it as close as I could. I'm not going to spend the time to get every branch perfect. The main purpose is if another visitor comes, they know to walk around that tree. And I also wanted a bit of an alpha mask, so as their avatar went behind it, it would roughly obscure them. Or if an airplane is flying behind the tree, it would obscure it. It would just increase immersion a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect. But, today we're going to try to see what we can do. So what I'm going to do is hit the edit button, and we're going to go find that asset, which I think I have it under pine tree. There we go. And I'm going to actually go walking over here, and if this thing's working, yep, there's me. So yeah, right here, and so I'm going to get just a little bit north of it, hit it there, and there we go. It's updating correctly. Cool. Right, that's looking pretty decent. Now I'm going to go back outside and move the camera so where I can get it on the north side and then move that back and forth. But I'm just going to give it a wiggle here and see what I get when I... This is why having VR is really good, because you take advantage of your stereoscopic vision. And I have no depth perception here. So while this stuff is easy to use, there's nothing hanging on my face, I have no sense of depth. Yeah, I guess I could have gotten out my XR goggles and done this, but it would have been harder to see the camera out there. Anyway, well, that's looking pretty good right there. Just for giggles, what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit tab, and let's see what happens when I scale this a bit. Is that tree trunk is looking pretty well. And also, let's try to match the foliage a little bit. Hey, that's looking better. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so tab a couple more times. So this is one of those good examples of a low or no code solution. I mean, I already did the HTML ahead of time. Now I'm using JanusXR's user interface to manage all this. So, um, yeah, okay, that's looking good. So I'm going to step outside, probably wave hello to you, and then I'm going to move it to the north side to make certain that I get a good angle. So I'll be right back. All right. Hey, we weren't too far off. Okay. I kind of like the look of that. That's looking pretty good to me. You know what? Let's try scaling it vertically a little bit. Okay, that's looking good. Now let's just take one more look at it because my phone is just a little small. Let me do a quick walking next to it. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Just, well, I can also just visually see how it's doing. Yeah. Okay. So I'll just go ahead and just stand myself right next to here. And okay, one more movement on the camera, and then I'll save the HTML. And then I'll re-upload the HTML, and that'll be how it goes. All right, one more test. All righty. You know, that's looking pretty good. I think I'll keep that. So you see how I'm gonna have to go in later and just move over. Oh, my mouse is covering it up. But my wife's little library, where it really is versus the virtual one, it's just off like by a foot. It's annoying. So what I'm hoping to do by these little exercises, I can make that tree just a little, it's fine. I'll leave it. That's going to be good enough. Because really, again, the whole purpose is once I get my ADS-B tied into this and I can actually see aircraft, they'll disappear behind the tree there and then reappear on the other side, thus increasing immersion. You know what? I'm pretty happy with how this looks. So I'm going to jot down these numbers right here and then put them back into the HTML. Since I spent all this time doing this by hand, I just want to make certain that I don't have to do it all over again. Just giving myself a bit of a insurance policy. So I'm actually just going to jot down the spatial information here. So -5, 68, 0, -11.65. Nothing on the rotation, but I did mess with the scale a bit. So 0.066 and 0.0694, and then 0.0713. Okay, and I'm going to hit save on my text file there. Now here's what's cool is that in JanusXR, what you can do is once you've done all the editing, I don't always trust this feature. It'll get solid eventually. Is that you hit this view source and you wait, and there you go. You get all the room markup, and at the bottom, or somewhere in here, well, we got Pine Tree 2 as our asset. A lot. I'm at a point where I need to stop adding stuff because then it's just going to. Okay, cool. Yeah, it did save. It did write the values. So yeah, I'm actually going to copy this right here, and I'm going to put it into my HTML, and I'm going to re-upload that and refresh it, and it should look like that whenever you visit. So it's a pretty cool workflow. I think it's pretty efficient. This could have some applications to a lot of other things, where you can manage assets remotely and not have to do them on site with a VR headset and all that. You can have somebody remote in on a video call or just doing a screen share and being able to adjust things. Now, if I were out there with a headset on, I can see all these edits. And instead of me going out and moving the camera because there's only me, but if I had a partner on the other end, they could be walking around and saying, oh, a little more to the left, a little more to the right. There you go, we're exact. So today's video showed the fact that you could do remote collaboration in fine-tuning a digital twin. Not necessarily having to be in a headset, but just using a phone. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah. Next, I think I'm going to have an ADS-B flying in, so we'll be able to look up and see what the aircraft are doing. That'll be cool. All right, guys, have a great week. Bye.